Huh? Huh? Huh?
Bino! Bino! Come on, Bino!
You're adopted. It's true. I adopted you. I'm sorry that the truth has to be revealed this way.
Just stop for a minute and smile. Why is everybody so serious?
Come here. Ah! What did you do?
Hey, what'd I tell you? Get away from there.
Stop. That hurts. Come here. Oh my gosh.
Doesn't mean it.
Trying to make a grocery list. Stop.
There, that's good. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have a clue what's going on. Michael, you poor sweet thing. You don't have a thought behind those eyes, do you? Sweet boy.
Paw Patrol did you dirty. Are you ready to redo it?
Paw Patrol will be there on the double whenever there's a problem. Round adventure
is also given the construction rig, which also has wear and tear on the front of the bulldozer portion. See that paint wearing away? Again, it's been used before. More noteworthy though is the fact that Rubble's too small for the vehicle, and Ryder explicitly says that he's gonna need to grow first before he can truly reach the wheel.
You have a little bit of growing to do before you can reach the steering wheel, but you'll get there.
All the other pups have vehicles that fit them perfectly. In fact, when other new pups join the Paw Patrol like Everest, Tracker, and Liberty, their gear fits them perfectly the first time. So Ryder is clearly capable of making gear that fits Rubble when he's small, but he doesn't. Why? It must be some sort of hand-me-down. He already had the equipment from the last construction pup available. Why make a whole new vehicle if there's a perfectly good one sitting there waiting to be used? And again, if you think I'm looking too far into this, here is the definitive proof that I'm right. You'll notice that each vehicle is numbered. Ryder's ATV is 1 because he's the leader. Chase is 2, Marshall 3, Sky 4, Rocky 5, Rubble 6, and Zuma 7. But did you notice a problem with that? We know out of these pups that Rubble is the last to join the team because during his story we see all the rest of the team. And yet here's his pupmobile numbered 6 of 7. This is proof that there was a puppy before Rubble doing his job. The numbers do not lie. Zuma being number 7 proves it. Hey, would you look at that? Zuma is finally useful for something. The more you look, the more evidence you start to see of a former Paw Patrol. One that's no longer with us. One that no one speaks of. In Season 1, Episode 6B, Marshall attempts to break the record for the fastest fire pup. The implication here is that some dog held the record before him. But who? What other fire pups exist in this world? No municipality outside of Adventure Bay really seems to use anything similar to a Paw Patrol. In the Paw Patrol movie, for instance, we start off with a semi-truck driving off a bridge. When Captain Turbot mentions the Paw Patrol, the truck driver has no idea what he's talking about. He's in shock when a puppy comes to rescue him.
Call the police! Call the fire department! Call everybody!
You're in Adventure Bay. Here, we call the Paw Patrol.
You gotta call the who?
Same thing happens at nearby Adventure City when the news actively reports on the arrival of the pups.
Guardians, heroes, cute little dogs in adorable outfits. Whatever you call them, the Paw Patrol were here to save the city.
The idea of a team of rescue dogs just isn't a normalized thing in this universe, which suggests that there was a Marshall before Marshall to be the record-setting fire pup. In fact, take a look at the fastest fire pup trophy. It looks exactly like Marshall's fire engine, except Marshall doesn't have the record. Same vehicle, different pup, just like we saw with Rubble. But that's when you start to notice a really disturbing trend. All the pups are stray dogs. They're sad, they're scared, and they're alone. Then, and only then, are they enlisted by Ryder. We just covered Rubble's origin story where he's a baby puppy in danger, but the same actually holds true for Chase the police dog. In fact, that's pretty much the main plot of the Paw Patrol movie. Chase's origin story is that he's a puppy that was abandoned on the street by his owners. He's almost hit by an oncoming car when suddenly he's rescued by Ryder and recruited onto the team.
Upon a time, a girl had a breakdown and she was gifted a bean. As per the contract, this happens about 3 times a year. The bean went into the bakery, and also per the contract, it is required that we do weekly bakery renovations. In between the bakery renos, we were preparing the bean for their transition to the biscuit factory. And each week was a new theme to help sweeten and baster the bean. And this is when all of you lost your goddamn minds over a blender. I liked it better when you were yelling at me about the funnel. But finally, when the bean was properly bastered and sweet enough, we began to sprout. And we gave the bean the name Maisie, and she is to this day the best hat wearer of any bean I've had. She understood the whole assignment, start to finish. But as the bean began to sprout, so did my sanity. But that was very short-lived, because this is when we had our Panluca fluke and the Beanie Buddy was put on hold. Pause for reboot. Thank you. And then we had our Bean Bakery graduation day. And this is when our Bean was finally gifted a Beanie Buddy to join the workforce with. They began their training, and it would not be much longer before they entered the biscuit factory. The excitement was real. It did not take long for them to become the perfect working class duo and master the craft. They're even making biscuits in their sleep. They had spent a lot of time in the muffin department, but finally they decided that they were destined for bigger things. How dare their muffin making skills be exploited for views against their will. I'm sorry, Maisie, I just signed the breakdown contract and I'm dyslexic. I've been just as bamboozled as you. But Maisie and Junie have found a loophole. To break out of the working class, they have decided to branch out and create their own franchise. They have worked hard for this, and there was a lot of conflict over what percentage each would be taking of their new empire. It was decided that they would need both a human willing to serve them and cater to their every need, and also a third party in order to keep them in check. The percentage would be split 3 ways, and the human would be responsible for all expenses in exchange for free biscuits. However, biscuits are only to be delivered between the hours of 2 and 5 a.m. and on the face. Once they found a qualified muffin maker and human duo, it was time to leave the bakery. They gave one last hurrah to the muffin department to let them know exactly what they would be missing without them. But they cannot live their lives here forever. They are destined for greater things. The breakdown beans take on life full force. So they said goodbye to their prior human servant. The bean master has done their job, and they are no longer beans, they are entrepreneurs. endeavors. And so the 2 human servants passed the baton, and they were on their way. The Bean Master was worried that they would be missed and that it would take time to find their footing in their new endeavors, but they were but a lowly peasant scum, used to their gain and no longer to be bothered with. But alas, they will be missed, and there ends the story of Maisie Bean and Junie Bean. May their empire be strong.
Can we please open our advent calendar? Today is day 9 and we're babysitting. Maybe this can be Tato's chance to get onto Santa's good list. Get rid of all your raptor behavior because I'm putting you in charge today. I wonder where we're going. Hello little baby. This is our new cousin Wally. He's a very little boy. And he's a chaotic jumping bean. I think babysitting him will be difficult. Tato, don't wind him up. I can escape all the bitey chompings up here. Tato's using his gentle teeth, but Wally isn't. I think Tate understands why we called him a baby raptor now. I think it's nap time for Wally. He's not listening to Tato. Uncle Ollie is setting a good example for the baby. Success. 3 sleeping boys.
I know, Prince loves throwing glasses out of the forbidden cupboard, so I bought this double-sided sticky tape that we're going to put on the bottom of the glasses to prank Prince because she won't be able to throw them out. A lot of you were saying to do this in the comments because you really want to see what she'll do when she can't actually throw the glass over. I added these to a bunch of shot glasses, regular glasses, her martini glass, and we'll see what she does. You could go up a level.
Oh, fuck no.
Prince, no!
Yes.
What are you doing?
Hey, don't move. Who's the 2-brain-celled idiot that thought this was a good idea? Maybe if I get some momentum and run up to it, it'll be able to move. Whoever did this sucks the joy out of life.
Christopher!
I'm gonna start shitting in your food so you get E. coli. And I gotta sharpen my beak to bite your nipples off again. Hope these stick on so well that they don't come off your fucking cupboard. Go choke on these nuts, bitch.